One thing I have here, and I kind of thought about it on my way home. I was actually out not that long ago. Is why is there no real differences between characters? The only thing it is just the abilities, and that is even barely noticeable. Why is there no like hidden stats? For example, warlocks right here. Why aren't they? Why don't have hidden stats with certain weapons? Why aren't they good with like pistols, for example? They could have like scout rifles, pistols, and swords. Perhaps they could be like their strongest weapons. Whilst hunters have submachine guns, maybe submachine guns, bows, sniper rifles, since they are hunters. Titans could have like shotguns, rocket launchers, and maybe machine guns, something like that, heavy stuff. That would make way more sense. Like they could be like hidden stats that are like these will deal 5% more damage. Maybe they will find more ammo. They will have more ammo in their weapons, or in the magazines, or in the capacity. Things like that could really help and really make you think about which character do you wanna play, and which one do you want as a main, stuff like that. And if you level up, maybe you can level up to be like the damage and everything just increases with it. I mean, this is, I guess, an RPG. Would you call this an RPG game? I guess in a way. But anyways, I feel like that could be something. And one thing I also came up with was maybe add a new class. I mean, add a new class with way more differences than just the jump or the abilities. Maybe can look a little bit different. Maybe it can be one of the enemies. Maybe it can be like a fallen or something. But our rogue one, which is on your side instead, that would be really cool to see. Maybe it can be like an NPC who doesn't really go around with armor like this, but more like traditional military clothes or normal clothes. That would be really cool as well to see, actually. And for example, can I actually see it in here? I cannot, unless I go in here. Yeah. So the melee, which can be like kind of like what the hunter has when you melee with a weapon. Instead of melee with a knife, maybe you melee with a weapon instead. You punch them. That'd be kind of nice. What would be that with the second one, which is usually either a shield or a healing rift, or the dodge could maybe be like a sprint forward, so you can charge forward. That would be awesome. If you like charge into an enemy or something, they kind of get knocked back a little bit to the sides, so maybe you can ram someone straight in. They have like the jump, it could be like maybe normal jumps. Maybe they could be, if you jump against a wall, you maybe like wall jump a little bit, or wall climb, things like that. Changing classes on pretty much everything, like the differences is so small. If the jumps are even so small, but especially between hunters, no, not hunters, but warlocks and titans, those jumps are so small. You would barely even notice the difference. So that's one of the things I came up with, but why not? I mean, this game is dying, so you have to try to, keep it alive and get people to play this game again. You have to intrigue people to start playing this game again on new players to come. Just releasing DLCs that you have to pay for over and over and over again, that's not gonna do anything. You're just gonna push people away. Especially like after the Forsaken, which was a €40 DLC, you now release the annual pass, which is €35 DLC. Like, what? That's crazy. Why didn't you just add that in with Forsaken? I mean, seriously. You already had the two others, which is 40. Now this one's €80. Now plus this one is €105 for just 4 DLCs. This is insane. And what have you added for free? I guess the Thunderlord? Don't really have it on me. I think it's called the Thunderlord, which is actually kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. My friend has the annual pass, and he actually grinded up for the machine gun that you get from the Black Forge Armory, I think it's called something. And he says that the War Thunder or Thunderlord, or whatever it's called, is actually better. So the gun you get free is better than the one you have to pay 35 euros for. What? He did also say that, you know, it is better just because it has that perk on which causes light damage or lightning damage and the lightning chain. But still, that's still a 35 euro gun that is being outclassed by a free gun. And that is crazy. If you have to pay something, it obviously should be better. Now I know it's not like a pay to win game, and I don't want this to be a pay to win game. But if any, there's a lot of people's gonna buy that anyways, right? So it's not becoming like unstable or unfair for anyone. I mean, sure, there are some, but as I said in previous, I don't know if I said that actually, but what they could do instead of nerfing everything is just to ban them from the PvP. You know, it's so much better. Just ban certain guns that are too strong, too overpowered, just ban them. Easy. You can easily do that. Just gonna move on to the next points. Alright. I was gonna go to a planet to do like an event to show you like what I'm gonna talk about, but the rewards. Jesus Christ. I know this is a grind game, but you took in the grind to a whole new level. Like you can play the game for a whole day and you might get one or two things that are better. I mean, it's so slow, and most of the time it's like maybe a weapon or something that you already have, but it has like maybe one more in power level, and it's like, oh well, okay. And it's just like, what? It's crazy. Okay, I don't know what it is after Forsaken, but after Forsaken, every time I complete a public event, I'm always getting Glimmer and Planetary collectible, and I don't understand why. Very rarely will I get like a blue item, but that's it. So public events is completely useless now because you don't get anything. I remember before you had high chance of actually getting legendaries from it. Yeah, you actually got Glimmer, you could get shaders, planetary collectibles, even with tokens, which you got before, and a piece of armory or weapon. You could get 4, maybe even 5 items, compared to now where it's just 2 and maybe 3 if you're lucky. And then it's like, why? It's so, what? Why did you nerf it so much? Like, come on. Are you wondering why not Forsaken, but Destiny's underperforming? Not doing to what you wanted? It's because you're butchering it. You're destroying it. You're killing it yourself. Here's the thing that I don't think a lot of game developers do. But play your goddamn games. Play it and you will understand why gamers are leaving, why their player base is sinking. Play the game. If you play for Destiny right now, you wouldn't be like, yep, this is a really good game, I don't understand why they're leaving. You will totally understand why everyone is leaving and why it's not doing as well as you thought. Play the game and you will see. You will most likely see with the DLCs, man, that these are not worth 20 euro each. Mercury or Curse of Osiris could easily be for free. Well, this one could have been, with Warmind could be for like 5, maybe 10. That is if you're stretching. Forsaken, that could have been 20. Or maybe 15, Tangled, sure, you don't really do anything in this. The Dreamy Seed, I don't have it unlocked yet on this character because I didn't play that much on it. I have it on my others. But, I mean, it's just crazy, okay? See, there's like the annual pass. Like, why? Did you think a lot of people are gonna buy it? You had to give us something for free, as I mentioned in my previous video. But yeah, it's not that good, I know. Give us more things to do. What you could have, which I didn't really mention, is to add maybe like what would that be? Dungeon crawling thing, where you can kind of go into you go in a dungeon and you do levels in it. You fight through different levels. It gets harder and harder and harder. But the rewards, the further down you go, or the longer you last in it, the better the rewards are. Why haven't you added something like that? Add it in for free and people will play, people will be happy, and they might buy the DLCs, as I said in my previous video. If you give them something for free, and you might add them in the DLCs, but better, they might buy it. It's not rocket science. The DLCs now are not worth the price. So change that, add in free stuff, and people might buy it. Because as of now, there's really nothing to do. So it's gonna be Tuesday tomorrow, or well, yeah, in a couple of hours it's gonna be reset. Then it's just the flashpoint, clan bounties, do the 20 bounties, strikes, you know, they have the Gambit and Crucible, and that's it. What is there to do once you're done with them? Nothing. You have to wait till next Tuesday to redo everything. And most of the time you don't get anything good. Dude, fix that please. Hi everyone, and welcome back to How to Fix Skyrim.
What the fuck?
The fuck did you do?
He jumped.
Well, sniper.
How did I survive?